Thanks for joining me for this short practice with sun salutation. This by no means is a classical sun salutation. It is a variation on a sun salutation where I bring in the 6 movements of the spine. So we'll be forward bending, backward bending, side bending, and twisting. Sun salutations are known in Sanskrit as Surya Namaskar. Surya is the sun. Namaskar means to bow or adore. And the ancient yogis believed that the outer sun in reality was related to our inner sun, our subtle and spiritual heart. So this practice is about bowing and adoring that space of the heart within, that light within. So to begin, come to the top of your mat. Feet are hips width distance apart. Our feet are rooting down into the earth. The crown is lengthening towards the sun, up into the sky. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead, interlace your fingers, and then index fingers are going to press up toward the sky. Inhale here and lengthen. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center, and side bend to the left. Inhale back to center, release your arms, and exhale, fold forward. We'll stay here for a few rounds. So just feeling into that stretch along your back side. If you need to bend the knees to take off any pressure along the lower back, please feel free to do so. If you want to sway side to side, shake your head yes and no to relax and release any tension in the neck and shoulders. One more full round of breath. After your exhale, inhale, half lift. Lengthen the crown of your head forward. Press your sits bones back. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands and step back to downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide. Press your heels down toward the earth. And if you'd like, pedaling out your dog. Maybe shifting your hips from side to side, stretching into the side bodies. And then feeling this balance between earth and sky, pressing down into the earth with the hands and the feet. And then lifting your sits bones up toward the sky. Breathe into the space between the vertebrae as we're making more space along the spine. And then inhale, gently shift the weight forward, come into plank pose. And then exhale, press back to downward facing dog. We'll do this a couple more times. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. And we'll hold it here. Bring your knees down. Anahata-asana, untuck your toes. And then walk your hands forward. Keep your hips stacked over your knees. We're going to move our fingertips in the opposite direction of our hips and get a nice long stretch through the spine and melt our hearts, our foreheads down toward the earth. And take a couple of deep breaths. Breathe into your backside, shoulder blades, mid-back, low back. And then bringing your forearms down onto your mat, shift your weight forward, bring your legs and your hips down onto the mat for Sphinx Asana. It's a variation on Cobra, a gentle back bend. Feeling that lift of the heart and that press down through the hips. Stay right here, or option to do a little core warming here. Press into your forearms, your knees, and then coil through your belly. Lift your hips several inches off the floor, kind of in a cat pose here. Core is engaged. And then exhale, bring it back down, lift through the heart. A couple more times like that. Inhale, lift and coil, feeling that warmth around your navel. And exhale, release. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it down, bring your forehead down, hands underneath your shoulders. Press up through either tabletop or plank pose and press back, downward facing dog. Stay here for a round of breath. Inhale, lift right leg high. And then exhale, step it through. And if you need to assist it, take your left hand and help you pull the right leg through, you can. Hands can come to the floor or to blocks here. We'll move into a twist by pressing left hand down into the earth and reaching right fingertips up toward the sky. The tendency here is going to be for that left hip to drop. So I want you to think about lifting left hip as you press right hip down toward the earth. And feeling into this as we are stepping forward, we are reaching out, and then balance with your breath, feeling into that heart center. Bring right hand down to frame the foot, step right leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift left leg high. Exhale, step it through between your hands. Ankle comes to stack underneath your knee. And we're going to again move into our low lunge twist. Right hand presses down this time and left fingertips reach. Right hip is going to want to dip down. So I want you to lift right hip as you press left hip down and breathe. And release, bring left hand down. Now I want you to step forward with right foot to the top of your mat, feet hips width distance apart, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise to standing. Arms reach up overhead, and then palms are going to come together to meet, and we're going to bring them down to our heart center. So most of us know this mudra as Anjali Mudra, bringing the hands together. But there is also another name for it, as it is Hridaya Mudra, is known as the heart seal. And Hrid is Sanskrit for heart. So Hridaya Mudra. Release the arms down along your sides. Press down into your feet. Inhale, arms rise high, interlace the hands. And exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, center, side bend to the left. Inhale, center, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, downward facing dog. So now we'll start moving a little quicker since our bodies are warmed up now. Inhale, roll forward, plank pose. Exhale, lift the hips high, connect with that place at your core. At the navel, inhale, roll it forward. Exhale, press it back, down dog. Inhale, plank and hold. Lengthen the crown of the head away from your heels. Bring your knees down. Anahatasana or puppy pose. Walk your hands forward and melt your heart and your forehead down toward the earth. Bowing and honoring to that eternal light within. Press your forearms down, shift your hips forward, come into Sphinx Asana. So this time I'd like to offer a variation. We're going to coil again through our bellies. You can do that with the knees down or option to come into forearm plank. So inhale, we lift our hips a few inches up. We coil through the belly and then find a little cat pose. And then exhale, lengthen it out. So either bringing the hips down or hips parallel to the floor. Couple more times. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Last time. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lengthen. Now we're going to lower it all the way down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press up through tabletop or plank pose. Press back, downward facing dog. Stay here for a round of breath. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step it through. Lunge with a twist. Press left hand down, right arm reaches. Bring right hand down, step right leg back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg floats high. Exhale, step it through into lunge. Press right hand down and twist open to the left. Stepping forward, reaching out, and balance with the breath. Right at the center of our hearts. Bring left hand down. Step right foot forward. Forward fold. Inhale, half lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, slowly rise. Arms reach up high. Palms press together and we bring them down to the center of our heart. That internal sun, again, connecting. Relax your arms down along your sides. We'll do that one last time. Inhale, arms rise high, interlace the hands, index fingers point up. Exhale to the right. Inhale, center, and to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, plant the hands and step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it forward, plank pose. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. Inhale to plank, and this time bring your knees down, and let's exhale and fold forward into Anahatasana, heart melting. Press your forearms down, shift the weight forward, and come into Sphinx, lifting through our hearts. And getting ready again to warm up our core if you'd like, keeping the knees planted, or you can tuck your toes and lift your knees, coming into forearm plank. Inhale, lifting the hips, coil through the belly, and then exhale, lengthen. 2 more times, inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Bring it down. Hands underneath the shoulders. Press up through plank or tabletop. Press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg lifts high. Exhale, step it through, lunge twist to the right. Bring right hand down, step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, step it through, low lunge twist. Open it out to the left. Left hand comes down. We step right foot forward to meet left, top of our space, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to standing. Bringing palms to touch and then drawing them down to your heart center. Taking your chin toward your chest and just bowing here for a moment. Of that sun that nourishes us in the sky. And that internal sun that nourishes us within. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a beautiful day.